Hey guys, it's Rob from Flailthroughs, and instead of Gundam Battle Operation this Wednesday, I thought I'd do something a little different. Somebody asked me to do more of Gundam Breaker. I told them I only had the demo, the beta version, and they said it didn't matter, so here we are. And I thought that I just watched the first two episodes of Gundam Build Fighters, and it struck me as, if I'm going to be talking about Gundam Build Fighters, this is probably the best game to be playing while I'm doing it. So, let's see. As you can see, I haven't really changed things too much since the last time I recorded this, but have gotten some better parts. Haven't messed with it in a while. I want to get the full version, but let's see. I think I'll leave it as it is. I don't quite remember what I was doing, but that's normal. But yeah, Gundam Build Fighters, I'll go with Stage 4, because I am certain that Stage 4 will not totally destroy me. So, and now I just have to remember where you go to start the mission. Not there. Right back over here, isn't it? Yes it is. Okay, so yeah, Gundam Build Fighters is the latest Gundam anime. It's not exactly, you know, your standard Gundam series in that it is based around Gundam models. Gunpla, as they keep saying in the show, because that is... for those who don't know, that is one of the, you know, the Japanese love basically short versions of words, especially foreign loan words, and it's short for Gundam Plastic Model. So, basically, it's short for Gundam Plastic Model by way of PLA-MO being short for Plastic Model. And so, kind of being a double compound there. Okay, there's the dash. Like I said, have not played this in forever, so... So bear with me as I remember the everything, hopefully. Hopefully. Using the MMP-80 right now. But, okay, so the main character, Sei, is, of course, really excellent at building Gundam models, because that is what the show is mainly about. But he is no good at Gunpla Battle, which is, of course, because it's that kind of show, it's that kind of let's promote this thing show that happens in, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh! Didn't quite start this, but it perfected the format. That it's one of those, okay, the entire world revolves around this thing we're trying to sell, and everybody loves it, and everything is happy and wonderful. It, you know, that kind of thing. And, yeah, so Sei is really good at building the models, but he is no good at battling with them. And, wow, I have forgotten target lock entirely. Ah, there it is. Okay, so, of course, there is one kid in his neighborhood who is really good at the battling and wants to use Sei's models. Sei thinks he's a jerk, and of course, he doesn't respect the heart of the Gunpla, so he, you know, he's really doesn't want to deal with him. During the day, Sei meets this strange foreign kid named Reiji, who, if this is ever translated like, you know, like officially for something, I would not be surprised if his name wound up being translated as Rage. But he is an odd duck and an expert martial artist, and basically gives Sei this little gem and says, if you ever need me, just wish on it and I'll come running. So, when Sei is stuck in a Gunpla battle with Markdown Weevil Underwood, he calls Reiji, who wins the battle for him. That's pretty much episode 1. And of course, you know, the little gem that he gives, that Reiji gives Sei, fits, of course, into the whatever you want to call that thing that's the control module for the Gunpla battles. I kept looking at it and going, okay, Rage, okay, say, just put the materia in the slot and we can move on. Of course, I've been playing Final Fantasy VII lately, so that kind of accounts for that. But, okay, so that's episode 1. Episode 2 is Reiji sticking around, helping Say's mother run the model kit shop that their family owns, which is not doing very well. Which, it's apparently very out of the way. So, which is why, even though Gunpla Battle is the national sport in this world, why... Oh, parts. It's out of the way, and that's why Say's family cannot actually apparently do very well, despite him being a good model builder in a world based around this concept. Okay, so at some point, Reiji goes to find Say at school, runs afoul of the various of one of the various disciplinary officers, who is also, of course, a Gunpla Battle player from the model building club. And the head... Reiji beats him pretty handily, but the head of the model building club turns out to be the main rival for the series, and what a shock, he uses a custom Gunpla based on Sharzaku. I mean, I know you're all just amazed. Shocked and surprised. So, yeah, that's pretty much what happens in the first 2 episodes. You know, like I said, for the kind of show it is, which is, you know, a completely unsubtle toy commercial, because that is exactly what it is, and entirely what it is. It's not bad. It's not, you know, it would really have not have grabbed me at all, except for one thing, which is that occasionally, for no reason anyone can figure out, Say's longtime neighbor and Gunpla aficionado Rambaral will show up and just start talking about what's going on. To basically doing the Obi-Wan Kenobi thing of delivering as much exposition as possible. And, you know, that is fun. Remember, was always one of the better characters in Gundam to begin with. And just, you know, to have this guy who looks just like him show up out of nowhere and start talking about the history of the world and Gunpla battles and all this, it's fun. It's entertaining. Ooh. And, you know, one of the more important things, the animation is very nice, especially during the battles, so mostly, in fact, during the battles, but that's kind of the most important thing, because, you know, during the first episode in particular, there are times when you're just seeing stock Gundam models. Began in episode 1, the Sumo, in episode 2, stock mobile suits, really, since they do not look and behave much like model kits during the battle. Although occasionally when they get cut apart or whatever, you do see ball joints and such, which is cute. So, and that's the other thing. Because the because the particle field that makes gunpla battles possible basically takes the models and makes them real, they take damage when they're during the battle. So which I guess is supposed to add an element of danger there, which in a way just feels to me more like, well, kids, feel free to bust these up and go buy more, but that's probably just me overthinking it because it is that kind of show. But I'm going to stick with it a couple more weeks at least. The animation is nice to watch. Beyond that, I don't know if I'm going to be able to deal, because it is, with the exception of Mr. Raw, a bog standard toy commercial anime. So if you like that or can deal with that, you may like the show. If you can't deal with that or it gets on your nerves, you're probably better off waiting for Gundam the Origin to start whenever that happens. And I'm looking forward to that. I was also happy to hear at I think it was at New York Comic-Con, Vertical Press was saying that Gundam the Origin is selling really well for them. Very happy for that. Now, what's the item button again? I know there is one. Ah, there it is. Medium repair. Like I said, haven't played this demo in a while. Keep wanting to get the full game. I understand if you buy it off the Hong Kong PSN, it's significantly cheaper. So I probably will ultimately. I just, because I have a Hong Kong PSN account on here so I could download the Chinese version of Gundam Battle Operation, which ultimately I decided against playing on a regular basis just because I barely have enough time to play both of my normal Gundam Battle Operation accounts. So, there's no point in starting a whole other version of the game, too. Yeah, I hope they fix the targeting for the full version, because it's still a little wonky. That's one down. Ah, Zeta. Ow. Where's my head? Alright, good, I got it back. And also in Gundam news, they have announced and begun showing a new Dynasty Warriors Gundam, which I'm happy to see. I like the series. Dynasty Warriors is not really a series big on strategy, but it is fun. It is relaxing. Ah, there we go. Various Zeta Gundam bits, some health, and then we move on to the next area. But, yeah. Dynasty Warriors is relaxing. The game actually, in the earlier installments, used to be a little bit more complex and strategic. It never really carried over to the Gundam versions at all. Dynasty Warriors 4 actually had stages where the outcome would vary dramatically based on what you were able to do when. It was... a lot of the later ones, in my opinion, kind of lost that elaborate feel that, you know, Dynasty Warriors is descended from Koei strategy games. That descent gets more and more distant as time goes on. But I still like the series just for smashing stuff. You know, it gets a bad rap. It's a perfectly fine game. It's not a super sophisticated or complex game. And its greatest sin in terms of why it gets bad reviews is that it never makes you feel particularly clever or accomplished for smashing stuff. You know, you'll be happy you got through that giant pile of soldiers okay, but it's not, you know, it's never going to make you feel like taking down a giant critter in Monster Hunter, that is for sure. But I enjoy it, and I do understand why the format has become practically universal at this point. Because it has. You know, Bandai has used it for a lot of their Super Sentai and Kamen Rider games. And also the Saint Seiya game that should come out, that is actually going to come out in the US for some reason. I'm not sure why that is. Knights of the Zodiac did not do particularly well here, so... And here we go. Okay. Let's see if I can do this. But, you know, looking forward to see that, hoping it comes here. If not, I may get it anyway and record it. I don't know. Yeah, that's the shift. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to keep firing big shots at its face. A little bit of lag in this. I don't know why. Oh, that's right. There's two of them. This one is two of them in series as opposed to two of them at once. Gotcha. This game really tries to be somewhere between Dynasty Warriors and Monster Hunter, and kinda, sorta succeeds. It definitely veers more towards Dynasty Warriors. Like I said, still want the full version, particularly because, like I said, I do like Dynasty Warriors, but... And you know, if they wanted to do a Gundam Build Fighters game, if they would do something that was halfway between this and Gundam Extreme Versus, it would be just about perfect. Okay, well, not bad. And... take them all, sort through them, and see if I got anything good. Okay. yeah, just, you know, if you could come up with something like that played like Extreme Versus but had a build system like this, I think you could really clean up. Every button but the right one. Let's see what we got. Giant Heat Hawk, no stars. Gundam Legs, 3-star, not even close to what I'm using. 3-star Sinanju Shield, nowhere near. Gem Arms, that must be what I'm using. And a Gem Backpack, nope. Ah, the Arcade into Bazooka, not as good. Zeta Gundam Head, nope. Zeta Gundam Leg, 2 stars, nope. Heavy Arms Endless Waltz Arms, close, but no. Gundam Legs, 5-star, nope, I must be using 6 or 7 at this part. Endless Waltz Heavy Arms Body, 4 stars, not even close. Clay Bazooka, eh. Bullpup Machine Gun. Actually, I thought that was just a the standard Federation 90mm, but Gundam Mark II body, 4 stars, not there. So that's gonna do it. That's my impressions of Gundam Build Fighters and a bunch of other stuff, and we will be back on Friday with more Gundam Battle Operation, and until then, I hope everybody's having a good week, and take care. Later.